Recently, Latvia started to vaccinate people against COVID-19 with AstraZeneca without any previous appointments. And everybody who wanted to have a vaccine could go to certain places and get this vaccine. In 10 cities there was this experiment of the free queue where you could simply go to a vaccination center without a previous appointment and wait until you get the vaccine. Such a behavior is a capitulation of Latvian Vaccination Bureau. Really a lot of money was spent for this institution and they received really high salaries with the explanation that the vaccination process needs to be organized on a really effective scale. It has not been true so far. There have been many problems with the appointment system for vaccinations. There was, for example, possibilities where you could go around the queue which was electronically created, and they went towards the vaccination without previous appointment because they on multiple occasions failed to vaccinate people in a good manner with appointments. They simply could not do it. The problem, of course, is that the leader of this vaccination bureau was not that competent in IT field. She was not capable to organize a complex IT system which was really required to realize vaccination in a good manner. She was praised as a very high level official, someone who has really a lot of experience, a lot of skill, but as a matter of fact, she had bad previous experience and she performed badly in previous project. In this cultural event in Latvia where a lot of people took part. I'm talking about Dziesmu un Deju svētki. This is a quite traditional big event where a lot of people want to take part, and she was in charge to organize the selling of tickets for this event. The leader of vaccination bureau was indeed in charge of selling tickets for this singing and dancing event, and she failed there. Like the IT system was down because too many people wanted to buy a ticket and it did not work properly and people were not satisfied. So the commission, which picked her application over many other applications, knew that she would most likely perform poorly on IT field. complex IT projects were the weakness of the person who is leading now the Vaccination Bureau. But because of corruption, she was appointed anyway. The bad thing is that on first place, a lot of trust in that whole appointment system was destroyed simply because there was a lot of bad press. You could get around, it did not work properly, and people who wanted to get a vaccine really started to lose trust in the system. And right now the situation is that if you live in one of these 10 cities where this open queue experiment was started, you can get a vaccine sooner than you would get if you have been registering before and waited in the queue from the very beginning. Furthermore, a lot of people who could have been prioritized are not prioritized. I'm talking about people with chronic conditions. I'm talking about people who have a lot of personal contacts because of work. I'm talking about people who have to travel a lot because of work. For example, truck drivers. All these groups could have been in a priority group, because now if somebody is working completely from home, if somebody is really working only with home office and is very young, 20 or 30 years, with a quite small risk of dying of COVID-19, then this person will get the vaccine rather than a 40 or 50 year old person, or maybe simply doesn't have the time to wait for multiple hours in a queue, or lives in rural areas. Latvia really shows how vaccination should not be done, and shows that a smart IT leadership is really important, and that bad leadership can damage this project and this whole process very badly. Thank you so much for watching.